Welcome to the StatTree video module for paired samples t-test. To test whether there are differences between two continuous variables, the paired samples t-test would be appropriate. You will need two continuous variables in order to run this test. In looking at the preferred entertainment viewing survey, any one of the scale questions 3 through 7 would be appropriate for the continuous variables for our demonstration. For this demonstration, we will use questions 3 and 4. With the PEVS dataset open in SPSS, you would choose linear as the first variable in the pair and rewind as the second variable in the pair. To run the paired samples t-test for differences, go to Analyze in the top menu, select Compare Means, and choose Paired Samples t-test. When the Paired Samples t-test dialog box appears, select the linear variable, and while holding the Shift key, select the rewind variable. Both variables should be highlighted. Press the arrow button next to the paired variables box. Both variables should then appear next to pair 1. Select Estimate Effect Sizes with standard deviation of the difference under Calculate Standardizer Using. Now press the OK button. SPSS will generate an output in a new window. As with all statistical tests, the first result to look for is a significance figure associated with the test score. If the significance figure meets your preset criterion, you will need to report your test results in your research paper. You will find that significance figure here. In this test, we have met our significance criteria for a difference between the preference for linear viewing of shows and the preference for rewinding and reviewing segment of shows. Here is your test result. You would report this figure as well as the mean and standard deviation figures for each variable. If the significance figure does not meet the criterion, test results do not need to be reported in your research paper. However, you will need to report that the test failed to find a significant difference or relationship in the data. To see what this output looks like, along with a reporting example, press the Output button on the Sending page from the StatTree module.